guys, and welcome back to another episode of Cosplay Caves. Today we have two amazing guests with us who are actually taking a swerve into a different world of cosplay. And we have Larp Legion with us.
Hey there.
And the lovely Kita. So I actually love the mannequin you brought with you. It's set up. Like that mannequin itself, I was freaking out as she was putting it up because it's so expensive. So if there's any cosplayers out there who sew a lot, as I'm guessing that you do, since that mannequin, I was like, oh my God, that is a really expensive mannequin. You know the struggle of needing to actually purchase it to be able to fit your measurements, but it's super practical.
It is really practical. I would definitely say look at thrift stores because I found a plus size one at a thrift store, which was like $20. So I was like starting to fend people off with sticks. Kind of thing. No, it was great. It was $20, so I was really happy. Yeah, this one, it's, I don't know, if you get it online, you can get them for like $75.
Really?
Yeah. Or like overstock or, no, really. Because like if you go to Fabricville, they're not cheap. And
they're like $400.
No. I know.
That's what I thought they were.
So definitely the cheaper ones from the internets are not toppest of qualities. But yeah, this is a really good basic, I don't even remember what brand it is, but it's a really good basic beginner mannequin that goes from a size 4 to a size 8, 10, if you can stretch it, kind of thing. So mannequins like this are actually based on sizes. So this one, I'm like the smallest size on this or the largest size on my most small one. Okay. So it really depends on your body shape and your size. And so research is good.
Yeah, so on that note, we should probably talk a bit about like what got you into making costumes and what you actually do to have all this knowledge about this kind of stuff. So let's start with Kita.
Okay. So I'm a costume designer and seamstress here in Montreal. I went to the National Theatre School, graduated last year, but I've been sewing for a very long time. Like I definitely made my own clothes in like high school and stuff.
Wow, okay, geez.
One of those girls. Yes. I was so jealous of those girls. I was like, yeah, I know how to work a sewing machine, but to actually like pattern and do everything, it's a lot of drive.
So it's always a really fun experiment when you're in high school too, if you don't have a lot of experience. And I was like, I'm gonna make my prom dress. And my mom looked at what I was doing and was like, what?
What are you doing?
Wow, okay, sweetie. Okay. And then she saved it for me, which was really sweet of her. But yeah, it's I don't know, it's just something I've always loved doing. So a lot of experience.
Nice.
The biggest thing I did was like draw with a Sharpie on a shirt in high school. I think that was the coolest thing I did. So like,
okay, but like that's super punk or whatever, right?
I drew the cool S.
Yeah.
You know, like the one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so cool.
It starts somewhere, you know, like anywhere you want to begin with it, hand sewing with a sewing machine. You find it at a thrift store because there's always stuff at thrift stores. Like
cut that.
Do you want a crop top? Cut a shirt and see where it falls in your body because not everybody's crop top length is the same length of their body. So it's always like experimenting. Just cool.
Like modifying clothes is definitely like the only thing I've done when I was like, I'm making my own clothing in high school, but yeah. Not so much, but it's so cool to hear that you actually went into something that you really, really liked and now you're costume designing. And Kita actually has worked with our lovely crew from Beanduck as well, which is why she knows them. Yeah. What are some of the projects that you guys worked on together?
Oh my gosh, I think After the Beep was the first one we did together, and I did the like art direction costume design, if you can call it that.
It's a thing.
It was pretty great. It was honestly one of the funnest things I've ever done because Beanduck is such a great group of people to work with. So
I agree, you guys are great. Cute. Let's get some claps for Beanduck.
Yes, Beanduck clap. Yay.
Clap emojis in chat.
Yes.
Let's get some clap emojis. Also, it's Liz's birthday. If you guys don't know.
Yeah, it's her birthday. Birthday girl.
Yeah. So if y'all haven't been to Beanduck's Instagram yet, you'll see photos of all our shows and you'll be able to spot Liz in some of them. And also, if you've watched the mini-series LARPs, you've definitely seen Liz in that as well. And on that note, we're going to transition to our next guest.
Well, hello.
And someone already shouted you out in chat. So
actually, this is amazing. Larp Beard is actually one of my friends from Israel that does LARP and came to Quebec this summer for Bicoline. So hey there, happy to see you there.
Aww.
But yeah, no, LARP, not cosplay, but
I mean, it's like,
I don't know, yeah, like
I
that.
started by
different,
cosplaying.
but same.
Yeah.
I used to only cosplay, but what I liked about cosplay was the act of you dress up as a character and then you get to be that character, but a lot of people just wear the cosplay and they'll do like a pose. But I feel that the best cosplays I've seen throughout the years are people acting like their character, because it makes it feel special. Because like, let's say you're doing, we'll say you're doing Batman. If you're going around all smiles, it's not the same. If you're going super brooding, then you look more the part.
Oh yeah.
So it's all about your stance and the way you act. If you play like an elderly character, try like walking with your back kind of. So I really like that part. And then I was like, LARPing. I've heard about it. I saw movies with it. Role Models was the first movie where I saw LARP about. And I was like, you know what, that sounds really cool. And then my little brother started LARPing and I was like, I have no excuses. So I started LARPing, absolutely fell in love with it. It's, I've never done anything as fun as LARPing. So I'd say that now, LARPing has overtaken cosplay in my heart. I know.
No, but that's good.
Gasp. But it's also like, because what's nice about LARPing is that your costumes evolves along with you. Whereas like if, I mean, LARPing, that's what it does, but if you cosplay, you want to have your whole costume built in time for the event. Yeah. But with LARPing, I only had a chest plate, a helmet, and I think some bracers, and that was it. And then second event, I got something else. I got something else. So it felt like it was really my character growing and getting more and more stuff.
So it's not like you're just like portraying a character. It's like your own portrayal of a...
and it evolves with you and you move forward together. That's really cool.
Exactly, it feels supernatural.
We could get into this. Maybe we'll all go. We'll just take the whole LARP squad.
Yeah.
We'll just all actually go LARPing.
LARP goes LARPing.
LARP goes LARPing. That would be such a good vlog. I'd watch it. We should live stream that.
How are you gonna?
How are we gonna live stream that?
Yeah,
because you don't want to GoPros on a chest piece. Just trying to think about like the logistics of all of that.
Well, yeah, I know that person. They actually won one of the giveaways I did on my channel. Lucky. But yeah, no, I have this harness that I got made. It's made of leather and it has a GoPro right in the middle.
Really? Okay, so what is the chest piece with a GoPro in it?
Yeah, so the only thing you can't see is just the lens and you need to be really looking at it. Because I have my whole leather armor and then it's a leather harness, so that's all you see.
Huh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and I've gotten footage from like fighting or walking around and people then can see the footage because I don't want to walk around with a camera because the point is you're in character.
Oh, well, yeah,
I remember watching like one of the videos too. It's on your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, Larp Legion on YouTube is where I post all of my stuff. I'm mostly doing YouTube. But yeah, no, I post all the footage on there.
Right? Okay, because I wasn't sure if you had posted some of it on Instagram.
I have like a quick clips of my Bicoline video, which is the biggest LARP event in North America. So if you want to see a quick clip, you can go to my Instagram. It's pretty hyped, like, cause it's like a action movie clip kind of deal with like the epic music.
And you just see all the people running at you, and you're like, oh shit, well, this is really intense.
Yeah, I've had times where I was like, I'm in danger, and it was like, but it's a weird thing that, oh my god, I'm in danger. But then a voice in your head is like, you're not in danger. But the adrenaline pumps in. You're like, oh no, like people are swinging at you. You're trying to duck, block, attack back. So it's just like
Helm's Deep, get off me.
Pretty much. I've had like moments I was like, this is just like that movie, but now I'm doing it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, definitely building costumes for different things. And I bet, like, you've had that kind of experience, like, depending on what sets you're working on, what projects you're working on, or if you're working on, like, now costume for yourself.
Well, I guess, like, when I do costume design or when I assist, because right now I do a lot of, like, I'm an assistant designer a lot, but that's kind of, like, on a much bigger scale, right? You're doing so many people that you see the whole, but you don't necessarily see super intensely individual people constantly, kind of thing. And like it's nice, but it's a job. It's not necessarily like I have fun, but it's definitely a job. Like when I make costumes for myself, though, like I also like have a lot of Lolita.
Okay.
And I made
cool.
a couple of Lolita dresses, and I really like dressing up in Lolita and going to tea at the Cardinal Tea Room with my boyfriend, who's the best. He's
Oh my
so
gosh,
nice and like goes with me.
Do you dress him up too?
Yeah, I was about to say.
No, he doesn't dress up, but he'll like dress really nicely.
Okay.
You know, but like it's not like he's not in Lolita or anything like that.
Okay,
But
that's
you know,
okay.
it's
We'll
really
take it.
sweet that I can go out with somebody and
What a good husbando.
oh my god, seriously.
Hashtag goals.
I was really proud.
Earn your queen.
But like when I make costumes like this, it's really because I don't necessarily evolve characters throughout my lifetime. It's more just that like I get really invested in one character and want to put it together and do it to the full extent of what I imagine in my head, and then use it and then move on to the next character, because there's so many characters that I want to do that like I can't like it can't be all of them at the same time. I would be like this weird like blobby Akira kind of looking thingy that would just be like blah, 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 disturbing. Yeah, it wouldn't go well.
And me.
Yeah, exactly. It just wouldn't go well, I don't think. So no, I get the whole, you get really, really invested in your character, but for me it's more like a individual each time kind of thing. So, yeah.
Cool. Well, before I get carried away, because I had something else I wanted to ask as well, I'm going to just mention our sponsor, Arda Wigs Canada, for sponsoring us again. If you guys have been coming back each week, you know that we have our 24-hour code active. So it's Arda Bean on the Arda Wigs Canada website, and you'll get $10 off your $50 purchase. Correct me if I'm wrong, fam. I'm the best. And so is Arda Wigs Canada. Thank you so much for sponsoring us. This is thanks to you, Arda Wigs Canada. We appreciate you.
Not the mask, the head under.
The head.
Not the mask. You cannot purchase the
about to
mask on Arda Wigs Canada. You cannot. I meant the wig stand head thing.
It's from Epic Armory, if anyone's wondering where it's from.
The actual mask.
So
yes.
if you want to get that mask, you can go check them out.
I was just
really
wondering,
cool.
like, I so took it for granted, like now that I have the wig head stand, because like working on wigs and styling wigs on my own head is definitely never something I'm doing again.
Yeah, I need to get one of those like yesterday. Like,
It's
wow.
Like I've seen people become very creative with the ways they
Style and
you're
like,
create stuff.
you must do yoga. You definitely have to do yoga to be that flexible.
And like there's so much versatility to it. I really like this tool. I never even knew it existed until we got it. I thought it was really cool. So shout out to our sponsor again. Thank you guys so much. And I've been shouting out their foam clay like crazy. If you guys go on Arda Wigs Canada's page, you'll see Lumen Workshops tutorial videos of like how to work with that kind of stuff and how to work with their foams of different millimeters as well. It's been super helpful for me when I was crafting. So yeah, them pairing up and doing those tutorial videos with different cosplayers is just like really awesome and a great way to like figure out how to work with different materials available on their website. And that being said, don't forget our code is ArdaBean. I'll mention a few other times if anybody comes back in. It's only active for 24 hours, so until tomorrow at 6:30. Awesome. So now that I got the sponsor spiel out of the way, no matter how easy it is for me to like totally toot Arda Wig Canada's horn, I'm gonna move on from that now. But I was gonna ask you, so what are you making your costume for?
So this is a costume that I've had in mind for a long time. It's a Viking version of Ariel. And so what I've started here is I bought an old leather coat at the thrift store, which is where I get like all of my stuff. Like all of my clothes are from the thrift store. Okay. And I cut it up and I made it into leather armor, interspersed with seashells from the dollar store. Good job, dollar store. And what I'm doing today is I'd like to add barnacles to it and add like seagrass. These look like alfalfa. So I was pretty impressed with this little plasticky thing. So I have different colors of wax candles that I'm gonna do a test with. And I want to drip the wax and turn it into barnacles.
You have lighters?
And I have lighters, I have my sculpting tools.
Because that's pretty much that end. It's pretty much like what the inside
Yeah,
of a
exactly.
barnacle
There are a
would look
couple
like.
of different pieces. These are just super cheap cake decorating tools that I, again, got at the dollar store. And And so they're very similar to even like super nice sculpting tools that you can get at art stores or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
but like,
sure.
you know, I don't need to spend that kind of money.
I mean, but the tips on the other ones are usually metal.
Yes, they are. So it really depends on what you're working with. Sometimes metal's better, but especially working with wax, and I really want to try this foam clay.
You can try some, yeah,
but I
for
also really like using natural and found materials because saving the planet is like important to me and stuff. So
What's wrong with you?
I know, right? Like I'm
Sustainable, right? Like I have this habit of like keeping all my old wax, like from candles. I'll like melt them down in the oven and like pour them together. There's a point where I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing with this, but I'll craft something.
You'll find a use for it.
Yeah,
like,
even if I make another candle, but like I never even thought of melting it down and using it for cosplay.
So we'll see how it goes. That's why I'm doing a test and not doing it directly on my piece immediately, because I have definitely ruined enough things in my life.
Yeah, like what's the worst that can happen?
That's a big mood. That's a big mood.
So like, yeah, this is this took a while to make, and so I don't really want to mess it up.
But it looks really, really great.
you.
It really
Thank
does.
you.
And like using thrift shops as a means to like get most of your materials to repurpose and recycle is like,
yeah, it's where
Behind
most
it.
of my stuff comes from for sure. Unless I need it. Actually, no, half of these came from the thrift store, so it's whatever. But yeah, so that's my project for today. If I get bored, I also brought my wig for this.
Ooh.
Which I also got wefts from Art Wig the first time that Beanduck had
Well,
that
would you look
relationship
at that?
with them. So good job, guys. So I'll be stitching in the wefts because it's like here. It's like
show us the
Yeah,
wig.
now you have to.
yeah. Oh, that's a big cord.
So is your wig gonna be like a big and voluptuous?
Yes and no. It's gonna be a bunch of braids that are all interbraided.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's gonna be really big, but it's gonna be like imagine like, you know, like the Vikings
Yeah, 'cause
show Viking wiggy things.
Trust me.
So yeah, I've added a couple of pieces in here so far and did some like French braid tests, and then was like, God, I don't have nearly enough hair on this wig, and so went and bought some wefts.
Right. Like as soon as you start braiding, like it just they leave.
It eats it up super quickly, so you definitely have to get lots. And so I have 3 different colors in here already, and then I'll be adding a 4th. That's from Arta, which is like a nice. Let's see, what is it?
Like
It's not even open yet. It's like an auburn, slightly purple base, which I think is gonna look really nice with the bright red that's in there.
I like this so much. Where are you gonna wear it to?
Yeah. What kind of
Are you just gonna shoot?
If I'm not working, well, I'm gonna shoot for sure. But like, if I'm not working, I'd love to go to Comic-Con. But my schedule is super last minute decided, and then like film schedules are completely insane. So
And you're very last minute, right? So you might end up thinking you're going, and then all of a sudden,
I'm not. So yeah, it's really just waiting to see if I'll be able to go.
Yeah,
And-
but as long as you shoot it and like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
for sure, like that kind of concept will
Yeah.
go really over well with a lot of people, I'm sure.
I think so.
Yeah.
And like it's one of those things that I really wanted to do for a long time, and I think that it's nice to have reimagined, because I never do things straight. Like I never do things directly as
Just
copies. Like I did Data, but I was a lady Data in a spandex bodysuit that I made.
Twist.
Yeah, exactly. And I had like this super long hair, and then I met Brent Spiner, and it was the best day of my life. And so like, you know, I like twisting things up and giving them a shift. But I really like going to cons. Like I really love it for the same reason that you like to LARP. I love being in my character. Like I love just for a day, just being somebody else and giving it a shot in something completely insane that I made. You know, like it's really fun. So.
And you for sure take a lot of your time with the cosplay. So
Yes,
like
yes, I do.
Yeah, well, that's why it's satisfying to then wear it.
For sure.
Yeah. It's kind of the same reason why like when you go to LARP, you've like built that character over so long.
All the time you've invested.
Yeah, because the difference also with LARPing is that instead of like a con where you'll wear the costume, it's really like, that's why it's pretty much I like building upon it, because then it's something that I am for a long period of time.
Yeah.
So it's really satisfying to see. And then I've also did things where like, my character changed according to stuff that happened in game. Like at one point I almost died, so then I had like 3 scars down my face.
Oh, nice.
Because like I ran into a monster and like literally got killed by it. So I was like,
legit D&D.
That's so good.
yeah. Well, no. Well, see, even then, like someone that played D&D could then play LARP because that's the step over kind of deal. Because you're like,
You'll know.
I'm playing this character, but I could be this character.
Yeah.
So-
No, that's really good. I definitely like to use my cosplays multiple times. Like I went 2 years. Like actually, Julian took this really amazing photo of me last year as Catwoman from the 1989 Batman.
Yes.
And yeah, it was like the second time that I'd worn that costume, and it was really, really fun. It was really, really fun. I had a great time. And like, yeah, when you get to relive the characters periodically, I don't know, you definitely feel more comfortable in them and more comfortable in them. And so I get the whole like, I want to be this one forever kind of thing.
Well, the thing with like where I play is that my character could very well die. Like this guy here is supposed to be my next character in case I do die.
In case you die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I could die, and then if I'm there, I need to switch it up real fast. I need to have this guy ready. So like.
So who is that?
He doesn't have a name yet
Okay.
because if I do end up playing him for a while, I want to have like a really good name for him and everything.
Yeah.
But he's kind of based on Gul'dan from World of Warcraft. Like he's like a warlock character. He has this pretty big beard that I got. The beard, the mask doesn't come with the beard normally.
Okay.
But I got it added by Artisan Azure because I wanted to have like a bit of a shaman warlock look. But now I need to add a bunch of face paint, like war paint over it. So like it's gonna be like all the way down the back of the head, and like it's got great detail on the other side. Like he's got this scar here. So I want to paint, but like not it go inside. So it's gonna like cut the war paint a bit. So yeah, no, they make really great masks. Epic Armory, they're meant to be like worn for long periods of time through different weather and through getting hit in the face. Although you're not supposed to get hit in the face, but it happens.
I was gonna say, like, when you're building a cosplay for LARP, it's like you keep probably learning techniques to build the most sturdy thing.
Well, you see,
shit breaks when you're at a con, but when you're LARPing, you can't really afford that.
you really can't. And my character that I'm playing currently is a barbarian that has like this prisoner collar around his neck that he can't take off, which I made from EVA foam. Because I was like, I need to have something around my neck all the time. I'm not gonna do metal. So it's made of EVA foam. And I've worn that piece for now 2 years, and I've gotten pummeled in it. I got shot with arrows right in the neck. I got hit with a shield. And it's like, yeah. But like that's like in extreme cases. It's like because
That's a lot of extreme cases though. Like,
It's just like, I was shot with arrows in the throat. Like,
well, I was literally chatting with someone, and there's just an arrow that hit me in the neck, and it kind of shifted to the side. I was like, like shifted it back. But it kept on, like it's still intact. The only thing that happened is the glue that I used kind of melted a bit, but apart from that, still held up. So EVA foam for LARP, you can use that. It's not the greatest breathable material, so like helmets, maybe not. Armor, sure, but like maybe not the full like outfit kind of deal.
yeah.
But if you know how to use EVA foam, you can then transfer that knowledge over to LARP, which is a pretty cool thing to know.
Yeah. Wow.
ooh,
There it is.
Julian.
Yeah, these are the
Yes.
photos Julian took.
The photo taking skills.
Yeah.
So this is like the remake of the movie, pretty much, right?
Yeah,
This is what's gonna happen.
I think I'm really hoping that they call me and then we can go do it. 'Cause that would be great. Yeah, guys.
You'd be a good like Selena Kyle. Though.
Yeah.
Like even if you did it casually, I love those kinds of cosplays that are like casual. So like you'll pull up in the con and you're just like you look normal, but if anybody knows the series or knows the TV show that you're from, they'll be like, holy crap, you were that person from like Once Upon a Time, and you're like, yeah, but you're in total mundane clothes. You're like, you're from, what do they call it? Gotham? Gotham has a Selena Kyle.
Yeah.
Like in her normal state. There's gonna be so many DC shows now that are gonna be doing like normal versions of the characters. So like,
although really, I really want to be Starfire from the New Titans show. Oh my.
You see, that's something that's like in between.
Yeah, right? Well, I don't know. Her disco purple lame out everything's pretty not normal.
But
it's kind of still like her regular
someone's like aesthetic, you know?
Totally. She rocks it. Oh my god.
Oh, someone's asking you a question. Kita, you have to bail on cosplaying Viking Ariel at Comic-Con last year.
Last minute, can I go in your stead?
I can't. I'm so dyslexic. Also, there's a lot of my
I don't know. Are we like close to the same size? Probably not. But I can always make you something. I do that too. I make things for people.
So you do commissions as well?
Yeah, totally.
No, like she did. She said she does the Lolita dress for people.
No. The Lolita dresses I made for myself. But if anyone ever hired me to make anything, like I'm currently making a corset for someone. It's a burlesque corset. I'm making some wrestling gear.
Wow.
Yeah. If people need, they can just find me on the Facebook.
Where do people reach you? Do you just go by your first and last name?
Yeah, first and last name. So Kita Mendelia, and you can just send me a message on Facebook, and that's generally the best way to contact.
That's dope because
She's
it is
that
your
professional.
job. It's
Thank
right.
you, Artemis. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it.
I can't wait to see it like fully done. I'm really excited for you.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, me too. I have like green, like they're like this color, my leggings, because obviously she's wearing leggings, and they're like suede, that's this color, and then I have a bunch of like not glitter. What's the English word? Paillettes.
Paillettes.
What is the word?
I'm like, what is the word?
Sparkles? No, it's not sparkles.
They're like
Sequins.
Sequins.
Oh, thank God.
Thank
God. Thank you.
What is English?
Seriously. No, but I have sequins that are like gray, green, scaly colored sequins that I'm gonna put on there too, so it's gonna look really cool.
Got it all figured out.
Yeah, they're actually recycled from a costume
God.
was a Halloween costume that was also a siren. It was really fun, so I but that one I made with a lot of hot glue.
Hey,
so
man.
after Halloween, it didn't really last.
But that's like, okay, Halloween costumes, you kind of got to cut yourself that slack.
Seriously, I was like,
no, it's not.
it was bad.
No,
it was really bad.
Yeah,
but it was a good costume.
Let's be honest, most people don't even show up to Halloween properly dressed.
I know.
Number of times I went overboard and then I showed up and everyone was like wearing t-shirts. I'm like,
God.
it's okay.
I had this conversation with someone the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I always really feel bad when I like go to like really far and like I go too far in my costumes for, you know, like themed parties or whatever. And like people are like half dressed and I'm like totally just full on 100% in a theme. And she's like, what? Obviously those people don't really get it. And like, you just live you and be proud of the fact that you did a good job. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks.
Thank you for making me feel so much better.
Yeah. It was nice.
So what was one of those occasions for you where you just went over the edge?
Every themed party I have ever been to in my life.
I feel that really.
Oh, he did all my themed parties now.
The most recent one was when Turbo House did a screening of the Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes. Who was it?
I don't actually know who the girl is.
Okay, that movie is one of my favorite movies visually because, like, obviously haute couture. It was Claire Danes. Thank you. Haute couture all over the place, and like the styling is beautiful. Like it's really very, very good. And so my friend and I got dressed up, and I wore like this pastel pink tulle skirt with like an Italian froofy shirt that like has like the like gold chain, but it's like a pink shirt kind of thing, but it has like the gold chain print on it, and I got rid of my eyebrows, and yeah, it was really extreme for like a night out at Turbo House on Saint Denis.
Oh, but so worth it. I love always at their Turbo House. They have a lot of like theme nights.
Yeah, they like with their new location, it's actually pretty great.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't like actually like know other people who would go there for the theme set. Like I know friends in bands who will play there, but like to actually go there for the theme nights, like they had a Harry Potter night. I was like, excuse me, what? Tell me more.
No,
You guys are in Montreal, Turbo House, place to go.
Definitely.
Sounds like an amazing time.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Wait, where did they move to?
They're at Saint Denis in Ontario now. And they have a
so not that
super
far.
great space. No, it's super close to Metro Sherbrooke.
Okay.
So yeah. Yeah, it's not
Wow,
bad.
because they used to be in like St. Henry.
And before that, they were at Lucien Lallier, which was literally in the middle of nowhere. It was just like
yeah, like I remember walking there and just being scared for my life. I was like, why am I walking here at night near the like train tracks? I think I got off at Saint-Henri.
Yeah.
Like the stop after that, which is like the sketchier walk.
Yeah,
but it was the shorter walk. Never take the shorter walk, guys. Not a fun time.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah.
I mean, I was lucky I was meeting with my boyfriend at the time, so it wasn't as awkward. I was like, just stay on the phone with me. I know you're like 2 blocks away, but it was great. So I should go to Turbo House's new location and we should do some theme party cosplays.
Yo, totally, we should.
Woo.
So
I
down.
am all for
I'm
that.
pumped.
Because me as well, like last Halloween, I did Freddie Mercury.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I had
went, like, all out.
fully hairsprayed my hair to black. Had the shade, the outfit, like a microphone, everything. People were like, "Oh well, I'm dressed as a woodsman." I was like, "You're only wearing a plaid shirt.
You're literally
Where's your
wearing a
axe?" And they were like,
And you're like, I'm a mouse, duh. No.
Yeah.
The year before that was Danny Zuko from Greece.
But like, I
were
also
like,
get
"Are
that
you
like
Elvis?"
not everybody feels like they can dress up. I know that that's not always the easiest thing to do. And I know that I'm really lucky because I feel that being a cosplayer has super given me the confidence and the community to be able to be like, I don't care, I'm gonna dress up and it doesn't matter. But it's not everybody that I think has necessarily immediate access to that or knows that they have access to that.
Yeah.
So like, honestly, cosplaying was like, it was really cool to figure it out, like that it was like a thing when I was like 16. I was like, oh my God, I can like do this. And then my first cosplay was actually not until I was like 20, and it was Yotsuba from Yotsubato, which is like this really funny slice of life comic about a little girl with green hair and a giant sunflower. Oh my God. And she's like really weird, and it was great.
Sounds like something I wouldn't know. But it was one of those costumes where like it was like breaking between like normal clothes.
Yeah, so it was normal clothes. I had like a white t-shirt that had red sleeves and like shorts and some sneakers. And then I had green hair and a sunflower that was taller than myself. So it was definitely like a halfway in between.
Okay.
Which was pretty cool.
But people who knew that like anime would be able
know
to
for
tell.
sure what it was. And then I met another Yotsuba at the Comic-Con who was 5. And so it was really cool.
Like 5 years old?
Yeah, she was actually
Adorable.
5. And it was amazing.
Aw, I love that. Wait.
I'm sure that for that moment when you saw you were the child.
Oh my God, the squeeing. It was really squeeful. Yeah, it was pretty great.
Cyberfox, welcome, hello. What would you say are the pros and cons of cosplay versus LARPing? Oh, well you've done both.
I've done both, yeah. I would say cosplay, you're like, all right, well, I am done. I'm gonna go sit, I'm gonna take off this wig, I'm gonna take off these parts, I'm gonna eat. LARPing, I'm like, I'm gonna go eat. And then I hear shouting in the distance, war cries, and I'm like, those people could be coming to our fort right now. Because we like, our clan stays in a fort, and we're like, So then everyone starts dressing up with like food in their mouth, like, put on my armor, help me get strapped in. And then people wait.
That's awesome.
Like in the fort, and we're like, okay, maybe they're coming, maybe they're not coming. And then people are like, all right, it's cool, we can keep eating kind of deal. But there's like always a stress, and it's pretty intense. It's demanding because you're there, most LARPs are for a weekend, so you're staying there the night over, and some, like the LARPs I go to, have stuff happening in the night.
Yes,
So-
you told me about this one story where you guys were in the forest and you were like, we wanted to get a head start on like the other team, so like we didn't sleep, we just like kept going towards whatever goal it was that you guys were going to.
Yeah, actually, we wanted to assault a fort, and we were like, well, these people are probably going to be asleep like regular people at like 6 a.m. So what if we went to attack them at 6 a.m.? So everyone got up at 5, dressed up in full armor.
Oh my God.
We gathered like I think it was like something like 80 people, and we went to like knock down their door, and like it was pretty crazy because they came out of like their houses in the fort, and they were like half armor, like a guy just had like no shirt and a kettle helmet. A guy, there was archers in like their pajamas kind of deal.
That's impressive.
It was pretty insane. It was a great fight, because they were pretty set up. Like even though they were not wearing armor, they had like spears and arrows. They had rocks. They were like foam rocks that they were throwing over the walls. And if you got hit by it, you were like knocked down.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it was a pretty crazy fight for like, and that was like the beginning of the day. So then your whole day, you're like, okay,
we can do this.
This is just the beginning. So cosplay, more breaks. It's more.
Yep.
Well, it's more fun if you want to like do it at your pace. But I mean, LARP, they're not gonna force you to do stuff, kind of deal. But it's there's more stuff happening, so you can't control your schedule as much, I would say.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah,
I always forget to sleep in LARP.
That's me. That's me going like. I think my usual time where I go to sleep and when I LARP is like 3 a.m. like
Can't
minimum.
relate with cons.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I'm running around all day. But
I know,
at one point, we stayed up because we wanted to go steal a giant obelisk from the village. So me and 3 guys stayed up until the first lights because we were like, people are gonna be sleeping, so then we can get it and get out. So like, it was all 4 of us going like Looney Tune, like to the village.
Sneaking in.
Yeah, it was pretty dumb, but we decided not. Well, we slept after, but like for 3 hours because then people got up and it was time to go again. But yeah, sleep doesn't exist on LARP kind of deal. Well, it depends on the LARP again. Every LARP is different. That's what's nice about it.
So, Kita, would you do a LARP with your Viking?
I don't know. I'm actually very shy, and I don't like being around too many people, which is weird because I go to cons.
Yeah, but you can control.
But that's it. Like I am. For me, I really like making costumes with people for like a couple of hours, or like we meet up for coffee in our costumes at the con kind of thing. But I really like going around the con with just like one super close friend and being in character in whatever character we are, kind of thing, and just having a good time and wandering around and seeing other people's costumes, because it's really inspiring to see when people are super excited and really into their costumes and then really into your costume, and you take a picture together, and it's like really like, it's like a little community that I don't feel like I have to constantly be around, and that makes me feel really good. Yeah, you know, like it's like it's easier for me to control it that way, so that I, you know, feel like happy and not like stress out. And
have you done Otakuthon?
Yeah, I have been.
Okay,
I went
like
a couple
years. Lolita, like you'd probably.
I went a couple of years ago, but they had like one Lolita booth and then didn't have it the year after, and it was really just a lot more anime that I don't really know because I don't really watch anime anymore. But yeah.
Sad face.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But I would tell you that like being shy is not a problem with LARP, in the sense that a lot of people that I know and LARP with aren't really shy.
Oh yeah.
But when you're there, the second you get like thrown in the world there, it kind of becomes
it's like a different person.
Yeah, because you have different objectives, and you're kind of like, you have to go for your get your objectives. Yeah, see, that's
yeah, I feel like that's exactly what you just said.
Exactly.
Scroll up so we can see.
I don't like
that. Yeah, Lady Life. That's exactly like, because a lot of people, like, you're there to move it, because LARP is pretty much the way I always explain it. It's like a huge theater play in which they only give you one big line of script, and then everyone else is actors. So like, you know your character and you know the major plot line, but whatever happens kind of deal. So
I guess it helps that you were in improv.
Yeah, but
yeah, I believe that.
Hey, yes, I know. Hey there. But yeah, no, it really helps. Like, a lot of people that have like more issues with shyness kind of find a safe haven in LARPing, because you are shy, but you're playing a character, so the consequences of you being shy or saying something that could be out of line, or being scared of saying something that's out of line, doesn't exist as much, because it's your character and people understand that it's your character.
Okay.
So people, like, it allows people to try out things, and some people will actually just play themselves, but you can be like, it's a facade, it's like playing an alternate universe version of yourself, where you're like, I can try these things and like be social here to then use that knowledge or tricks or confidence outside. And like my little brother is pretty shy, but now like he's like my third in command, and he's like
He's my third in command.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm a clan leader there, so like, but yeah, no, like I send him out on like important diplomatic mission, and he chats with like about really important stuff there, but he doesn't get shy as much because there's objectives at hand. He's playing a character. People are playing characters. Like it's also like if you're shy, you see someone in front of you that you're talking with that's a character. So it's like it's not as stressful than like I'm talking with this other person, like this other adult or whatever. It's like I'm talking with this orc kind of deal. So you can be like, so what do you do for work? It's like, no, it's kind of like
You're not there for that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
We're not here to
yeah.
small talk, okay?
well, there
Unless
is
that
small
talk is about what we're doing.
Yeah, but there is small talk, but it's small talk about being in a medieval world or whatever the LARP is in. So like you can be like, oh yeah, it's pretty crazy how like yesterday that guy got shot in the village. It's like, oh yeah, like instead of the weather, it's like, oh yeah, like I remember that guy that got shot by a ballista while eating his bacon kind of deal.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, I have a question. Okay, so I forgot my question. No, wait. Okay, so if you were to join LARPs, let's say, like, what would be the first thing that you should do?
I would say most LARPs will have Facebook groups that are like really welcoming communities that will help you answer your questions, or if you're looking for a group, you can ask on there.
Yeah.
Some LARPs, when it's the beginning of the season, they have launch nights where you can meet everyone out of character and you can chat.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So you can chat with them and be like, well, I just had mine from my main LARP in which like we did a group presentation.
No invite?
Well, it was pretty far. It was in Saint-Hyacinthe. So
that's pretty far.
because it was like in an old church transformed into a restaurant, so it's a pretty great venue.
That's actually super cool.
Yeah. So
Places.
those events are great because you can get to know different groups, but also I would say the biggest part is to go like on their website or whatever and read just about the world, because then that helps you put your mind into it, and then everything else becomes easier. Because let's say you're creating a character, but you don't know which LARP you're going to go to. It's kind of a bummer if you look and then they're like, oh, well, you can't play fairies. And you're like, but I really wanted to play a fairy. So what you could do then...
Oh, so like, wait, what? You can't be anything you want at any LARP? It's like...
Well, different LARPs have different universes. So let's say like mine doesn't have fairies, but they have elves, they have orcs.
Oh, I see.
So there's universe. Let's say you're going to a Lord of the Ring LARP. There's like set rules there kind of deal. But
I want to have a horse.
I wouldn't say...
I want a horse.
I want a horse.
Riders of Rohan.
Yes.
Gather up. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Wait, can they copyright?
I don't remember. Distracted.
Are they
so
getting
distracted.
copyright strike?
Yeah. But I wouldn't call them rules. I would call them guidelines. Because it's a game. So it's not It's not about making people not be able to have fun. It's about making sure that it's cohesive fun. Or like people understand.
There's a theme, like there's structure to it.
There's Star Wars LARP, there's sci-fi LARPs, there's
Star Wars LARP?
Oh, I'm into
there
that.
are Star Wars
Oh my
LARP.
god. Too many universes.
There's like your classic zombie LARPs, there's parlor LARPs, they're called.
Ham and cheese sandwich.
That's a pretty great name. I was reading the name and kind of just...
I love exploring or exploiting the lore of LARPs. Exploiting the lore of LARPs and being a really obscure person / race that was mentioned to exist maybe once or twice in the history.
Yeah, like...
He reads up on it, he's like, nah.
Oh, that one that only ever showed up once for a hot second.
Your biggest tool when you're LARPing is to know the lore of your game, because I'd say like if you're gonna be role playing and someone mentions like my first LARP, I was like, I'm not gonna read the lore because I'm gonna learn in character, so it's gonna be like a personal growth. It's gonna be really cool.
Wow.
When I get there, someone said a name and I wasn't sure if it was a person or a place.
Oh,
and it was like the name of the continent, so I look really dumb. So I was like, reading the lore is important because then you get to use that knowledge in conversation, or you can try to be a race or like a faction that doesn't really exist anymore. And honestly, if you talk to the LARP organizers, and you come to them with a cool idea, most of the time they're gonna be like, yeah. But it's always a good idea to ask, because you don't want to show up there and be like, I am this race, and they're like, well, actually they were like fully extinct, like kind of deal.
Ages ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's like, let's say Game of Thrones, like the dragons. It was like, oh, well, there's no dragons. There are no dragons, they're extinct, but then here they are, so that's a cool thing. But it's always like chatting with like your organizers. Like they're people too, like, you know, they're organizers, but they're literally like I'd say 95% of LARPs are volunteers. It's just like a team of people, a team of LARPers, because a lot of LARPers will play at LARPs, but will also run a LARP. So it's
I smell power struggle. Just saying.
I'm getting called out. I'm just saying.
You are bad.
Really
Bad.
Well,
Read
like,
your lore, guys. Apparently is the lesson here.
because Lady Lag was actually an organizer at the LARP, my main LARP. So I'm getting called out by my parents right now, pretty much. But I mean, the same LARP that she's saying, like, well, I'm saying that I didn't read on the lore or anything, is the same LARP where I am now a leader of a clan at, and where I welcome.
So you did your homework.
Okay, so we eventually did it.
Yeah.
It was
After the first event, I was like, yeah, this was a mistake, and I read like back in the car ride back home, I was reading everything.
Okay, so it was a quick like,
no.
Yeah, because I felt like it might have closed some doors that could have been really nice to go through.
Right.
Like some
I love
role
doors.
plays and like, yes.
But did anyone hold the door?
I really need to like have a cookie to throw at you. Like I'm just gonna.
I think I need to leave, or maybe you need to leave actually. Yeah.
It's been fun, guys. Oh my god. I'm dying.
But yeah, no, I really recommend to read on the lore, because
I believe that.
it just makes it easy for you. Like, especially like if you feel that a bit scared about role playing and like chatting with people because you might be shy or have anxiety, knowing about it is your biggest tool. And like I actually I have a video on my YouTube channel all about 5 tips I wish I knew at my first LARP, and one of them is reading the lore, because it's not a mistake that I would wish anyone. Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's a mistake that I made, and that I see it as an opportunity for people that are new to LARP to read about it or like watch a video about it. So I have like one about 5 tips about that I wish I knew, and another one about 5 tips about LARP character creation. So.
What are we?
Hot glue.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, I'm gonna.
I was looking at you and I was like, because I'm really curious to see how the barnacles are coming. I know that the camera is on it, but like I can't see it.
So
but it looks good.
The wax on the leather, as I probably should have realized, it seeps too quickly into the leather, and it doesn't actually hold its form enough to be able to create large pieces. So foam is going to definitely be that. But what it does do is it breaks up into these really beautiful pieces that with the tacky glue makes like the really small, like grainy barnacles that are around the bigger pieces. So I can like combine the two and it'll look really good. Yeah. And then on these shells, it actually looks really beautiful. Like here, take a look.
Oh yeah, with the little tools too. It like makes.
And
are you gonna paint over it, or is it?
Yeah. No, I'm definitely gonna paint over it. Probably not solidly, like just like accent pieces and kind of making the shadows deeper, add some more highlights. That kind of thing. Yeah.
That's so cool. What if you were to use hot glue instead of the wax?
If I can find hot glue that's this color, because the fact that this is already colored is super interesting, because wax is translucid, right, in small quantities like that, so it catches the light really beautifully. Even I know barnacles aren't translucid, but
I just want to be cute and pretty.
They're just pretty, okay? God.
Oh my God, guys! I just want to be pretty.
I would like to plug this in, please. Where can I do that?
There's no extension cord
underneath. We can just unplug my computer.
What is going on?
I just can't get up. That's the problem. Right there. It's Bean. It's there. There. Okay, he's thinking about it. Okay, we'll let that happen.
We'll let the folks
Yeah. So definitely gonna revert to hot glue though to attach the little alfalfa bits.
Oh yeah, for sure. If not, I have E6000, but that ain't gonna help anyone.
No, tacky glue's great, but you know, only sometimes. Only sometimes, especially not on plastic. Although that's what all of this is attached with.
E6000?
This.
Excuse me?
I know.
Dollarama
This is
tacky
Dollarama
glue.
tacky glue. Dollarama tacky glue. And each of these scales is glued with one tiny bit of glue at the top underneath. Thank you.
Do you think it would fall off?
If someone came up to me and attempted to rip it off, yes.
So if you were in a LARP, is what you're saying.
No,
if I was in a LARP,
you would have to sew. Because
honestly, the glue on here is so strong that it is stronger than sewing because sewing perforates the leather at an equal space.
It can tear.
And so it will tear faster than it will tear the glue.
that's true. But even like,
These I would never put in a LARP because they're very
yeah.
hard, obviously.
Yeah.
But like this is riveted together with a professional riveting machine.
Okay,
so this is not coming apart. This is a very, very solid piece.
And I was actually about to say, like, even LARP, like, it's foam weapons, like, it wouldn't catch, like, it's.
You're right,
It's meant not to catch on anything.
Yeah, like if someone cut me with an actual sword, which I would not appreciate,
No.
that would be different. But no, this is a super, super solid piece of clothing. Like it's not coming apart anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, the
Yeah.
shells, you stuck the shells on with the tacky
Yeah.
glue too? Excuse me?
I know.
Because they're hanging there.
Yes, and like they are not coming off. Like I did multiple tests because I couldn't believe it the first time. I was like, what? And
No way.
and yeah,
I'm gonna go purchase that $1 glue. $1.50 glue.
Dollarama sponsor us.
But like seriously, it was just I added it here, just like around the piece of the top of the shell, and not even the bottom, literally just there so that they could move freely. Stuck it on, let it dry completely. That is on there.
But it's not the same thing as like white glue.
No, this is not the same thing as white glue.
Okay, okay,
No,
okay.
no, this is tacky glue or cut super adhesive.
Okay. Will purchase.
Yes, I
We
recommend.
should make like a cosplay cave, like
Materials.
little bullet points of like suggested materials by our cosplay guests.
But honestly,
that would be pretty cool. Write that down.
It's like,
oh, someone asked a question.
yeah. Yes,
Is
the orc
your
is
plan B?
my plan B if Grog dies. So I'm gonna go from being a barbarian paladin that's nice and diplomatic to like an asshole orc, which that's gonna be fun. I have
She's gonna change the lore so that you can't be that character.
She
Be
can't.
careful.
I can't be an orc. There's orcs everywhere.
Be careful.
There's gonna be orcs.
Absolute power corrupts, absolutely.
It is.
Thanks for that.
I have no power over it.
I can no longer join your LARP group.
No, you cannot. You actually ban. I'm gonna put wanted posters in case you do.
It's okay,
show
I'll
up.
just camouflage myself. I'll be someone else.
You could probably like disguise yourself.
I
Like,
could
to be-
totally disguise myself.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like with this character, people
one
are not
would
gonna
know.
recognize me anymore. So people are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I come to the LARPer." Then I'll be like, "I am no man. Well, I am no orc." No, you cannot sacrifice me, please. I have plans that need to be completed first.
She's gonna change all the lore.
She's now, no, please don't sacrifice me. I still have plans that I need to complete. Please, not like this.
Please don't let me go. Oh, ham and cheese sandwich. If guys, can Mary have his bones? Or is that still offensive to ask a maiden that question?
Well, if such a prince is asking a maiden that question, I would say that bones are a pretty good heirloom. And bones from a paladin would probably be even more valuable.
So I'm
don't-
gonna join the LARP and steal the bones.
Recycle those bones is all I'm saying. Or else,
I'll be an alchemist.
if no one does, that would rattle my bones.
That was not better than my whole
No, that
disorder.
wasn't. Now both of you need to leave.
All right, what do you have a bone to pick with me?
Better. You get some claps for that.
That was really loud.
You'd be
Thank
surprised.
you.
Not loud enough. on my standards of being loud.
Yeah, no, please, like, I kind of like Grog. That's why I actually started playing Grog at Beanduck, which is another LARP where you can't die. This is more like a LARP festival kind of deal.
Okay.
And because I was like, if Grog dies, I want to still wear my costume, and I really like this character. So, but I would say I'm not afraid for Grog to die, like in my own game. Like right now, I'm saying, oh, I don't want him to die, but like I am like, as this mask can show, I am ready to die. Like the best like thing for your character is to be willing to let. Well, it's the sentence. If you love something, be ready to let it go. Watch out with the paint on there. Yeah. But yeah, no. So if Grog dies, he dies. As
Be ready to let him go.
as said in Rocky 2, if he dies, he dies. But
As the old philosopher once said.
Drago.
No, that doesn't work at all.
But yeah, no. So I'd say like not all games have character death, but if yours has character death, I'd say that's a really cool thing to play on, and it adds to the stress and the emotions of a game.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What if you spent all this money and time like making a costume for a character,
Good question.
and then they kill him off, and you're just like, well, I just like bought all this armor.
Well, recycle. LARP.
I thought of Kita, and I was like, wait, I know the answer to this question.
It's
Take it apart, put it back together.
I've used bracers from certain character for other characters. I've used belts, pouches, like certain recognizable armor part. Not as much. You can like let's say my
like your neck piece.
my neck piece is just I made out of foam, so it's just
You
like,
can undo it. And
yeah.
repurpose.
But also like any like LARP community often have like bazaar groups that you can just sell your stuff on.
I
like,
love those.
Yeah,
That's key.
but it's really nice because people will sell their stuff for like pretty good prices because they've been used and everything. So like you can get some pretty hey there.
Hello again. Welcome.
But yeah, people will sell them for pretty good price because they've been used. So if you're willing to like kind of have something that's been worn, you totally can. And honestly, like there's some really good deals. Like I saw earlier, I just bought a weapon from someone that we're selling it for like half the price because it was used. But it's like, who cares? It's
Whatever.
like an orc. It's like an
Like
orc
you're
cleaver.
LARPing.
So who cares?
That's pretty dope. I never actually thought about that. Well, like cosplay is the same thing, right? Like I have so many like cosplays. I like buy and sell groups. And I'm like in Toronto ones, Montreal ones, Quebec ones, English ones, French ones, like you name it. And I've gotten a few cosplays from other people. I mean, for sure, I'm like that annoying person who's like, can you send me more photos, please? But like, I don't want to be buying something and then like the quality's not great or the color's not right. Like, I'm just really picky. Size, I don't really mind because I can always take it in and stuff, but color and type of fabrics is like really important sometimes. But yeah, when you're LARPing, it's kind of like a different. I feel like cosplay is more of an art of perfection because you're trying to portray a certain character, whereas you have a lot more freedom in your LARP costume.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And again, like as the thing with reusing your costume parts for different characters is that the way you wear the rest of your outfit makes certain pieces look completely different. So let's say you're like,
You could repurpose like some of this stuff, like your wig. Oh, your wig is like very characteristic though, but
it's like in a case where like let's say you're wearing a certain armor, the clothes you wear under, or let's say you wear a cowl or a certain type of hat, or also how you act as a character. Like it can really change the look of your actual outfit, kind of deal.
Yeah.
So it's I've used parts of like completely differently and they don't look the same because of that.
Yeah.
But it's also like people like with LARPing, it's it depends on the LARP, but a lot of times the costuming is really it's at a high standard because it's part of how you feel in the world. Like the LARP I go to has a village with like a dozen buildings, and then in the forest there's like 4 giant forts.
You're telling me it's literally like a whole village.
Yes.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so like
I've heard that.
let's say you have this huge village, if everyone's wearing like joggings, it's kind of it would be weird.
Yeah, that's not what I mean. I just mean that like it's not that you. How do I say this? You're not abiding by someone else's design of a character, right?
No, but that's what I was about to say. Like that, the only like restrictions will be that like you look. Let's say you're playing a medieval LARP. Don't show up wearing like a cowboy outfit. They'll like have a certain standard of like you need to fit in the universe.
I get that.
But they won't be like, no, you can't look a certain way. Except like let's say you're playing an orc, you're gonna need to look like an orc kind of deal. Like,
I mean, I'd hope so.
yeah, but apart from that, there's not really. Except if there are, they won't be like if they'll be clearly said. There's not restrictions on your costumes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's nice to be able to design a character and then live as a character and then evolve that character. Because let's say it's a movie, that character design you need to know how it looks from the beginning, how it evolves, and how it ends. Whereas like if you are playing a LARP character, you can decide that, oh, this certain thing will really affect my character, and then you can do like, you can have like a dark side act where you're like, something really traumatizes you in game, and suddenly you turn to the dark side and you start being like, well, I used to be a gardener, but now I'm gonna be a necromancer because I hate things.
This looks so cool. Yeah, I'm getting more and more enticed to go join LARPs. I know, like, you've asked me a few times, like, do you really want to do it? No? I just feel like it's such a commitment.
But it's not, though. It's really not.
It is.
I would say the only thing you need for LARP are clothing that fit whatever you're doing. You don't need armor, you don't need weapons.
Like, you could go in as a peasant 1 week, and by next week, you're like, I decided to be decked out.
No, well, yeah, you could, because let's say, the game I play is called Brumelance, which is an amazing LARP. We have like about 300 players every event, and it keeps growing.
It's a lot, wow.
Yeah, so I brought in my big sister the last event of last season.
Really?
She had never LARPed. She's a geek, but she had never LARPed. She just bought a dress, clothing, that's it. She went there. Then at one point there was this huge fight against like one of the monsters, and she was healing people, and then some monsters came out because they knew all the healers were like healing the wounded, and like the monsters started like going through like the healers and everything, and she was like, I wish I would have had a weapon. Then the next event, now she bought a weapon for that next event because her character would have been like, I couldn't protect myself kind of deal.
That is so badass.
That's actually super cool.
So it's you can literally go there as a like just regular clothing, because let's say imagine it as if you're moving to that village and you're like, starting a new life, and then you get there and you're like, oh geez, this apartment is not like the pictures said kind of deal. So this is not the nice part of town.
Oh, Julian.
Hello.
Who is this? Whose man is this?
Is this cup going to change colors once the hot liquid hits it?
Does it do that?
Keep going.
Does it?
Keep going.
Come on, honey. Boo!
Waiting with bated breath and not getting enough oxygen.
Boo! I know, like, oh my gosh, Kita, I'm like obsessed with the barnacles right now.
Oh, thanks, B.
I'm like, and I'm wondering if it's gonna actually stay on. Is that piece like something that you're gonna put on yourself, or it's just to work on?
This is a test.
Okay.
This is all a test.
Okay.
Yeah, so if this one works out, I'm gonna cut it and then glue it. Did it work?
Oh, it worked. It worked. Okay.
That is pretty cool.
I restored faith in humanity. The cup changed colors.
Whoever made that cup, sponsor us. We agree of your product now. Just disregard us saying that it didn't work. And then I saw her face.
If
now
this
I'm
one
a
works,
believer.
I'll cut it and attach it to the piece and whatever.
Okay,
right?
like on it.
This is just like because I think it's too high, but this is an easy height to work with.
But you could always just like chop it.
Exactly. Like I'll just like once it dries, I can just take a pair of scissors and go zink, and then stick it on there. Love it. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, meow. I'm about it. I'm just like so intrigued right now. She's just like, I'm gonna
to test things out. So patient.
Yeah, that's why I don't always finish things on time because I take my time.
But honestly, it's the best way to work. And like most of the cosplayers we've had on the show had the same like outlook on the way they do their costumes. Like if it's not to their standard, they don't like it, they won't wear it.
Yeah.
They'll take their time. A lot of cosplayers like used to have that mentality of like rush and getting things done for events. Whereas if you work on your own schedule in a more realistic sense and you're working with photographers instead of working on a time crunch for a convention, you'll, one, make sure that when you do finally finish your costume to your standards and you're happy with what you've built, you'll get great pictures of it and be able to really immortalize the costume. Whereas if you just rush it for a convention, a bunch of people are gonna have these photos of your half-assed costume that you're not super happy of, and then they're gonna find it online. I mean, I've totally done that.
sad.
If it's
And then you'll
online,
be
it
sad.
exists forever.
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 So I've done that.
I'm sorry, Miss
Yeah.
Rosie. Ooh.
Oh God.
It's okay. I'm good. I didn't hear that.
But yeah, no, like it's I always like I still cosplay, but really more casually. I like doing meme cosplays more. But
Yeah, so wait, let me tell the story of how I met you.
please do.
At Montreal Comic Con,
Yes.
2015?
The first time we met was at Montreal Comic Con.
2015.
Before that, I think.
2014?
But that I wasn't wearing a meme at that time though.
The
first time we ran into each other.
Were you Jurassic Park?
I was Star-Lord, actually.
You were Star-Lord,
Yes.
Okay, you
The
were not
first
a
time
meme,
you were
but the same convention, didn't you do Drake or something?
No, I did that at Mini Comic Con. I did Drake, like the Hotline Bling meme.
Yes, that was after.
Yeah.
That was after we had met. And that's the second time I remember. So first time was Star-Lord when we met when I was Lady Sif.
But
God. So long ago. Do you remember that?
Yes.
You pulled up the photo. He pulled up the photo like way after. We had met each other like 2 years after that. And he was like, I have a photo with you. And I was like, stop. And he's like, no. I have a photo with you. So this is what we mean. The photos you take at cons, even the stupid ones where someone's like, hey, can I take a photo with you? And you're like, yeah, sure, stranger. Let's go. Ha ha ha. Hee hee, selfie. Or like whatever. Hey, can you hold my phone? Can you take a photo of me? Yeah, sure. Yeah.
That's also
And he
when
was
most
like,
people
it
sound
was
like
one of
it.
those pictures. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's so bad.
I'm doing because she's holding I had a baby Groot. Before actually I predicted Guardian Galaxy because I had like a baby Groot and I had a sign that said baby on board before like we knew that he was gonna be like this tiny little Groot running around.
Passed away and turned
Yeah.
into baby.
And turned into a baby.
But yeah, so I'm like I have like my Star-Lord helmet on and I'm like doing this like cute pose because she's holding my baby kind of deal. But yeah, no, one of the funniest cosplays I've did was I got home at like Saturday weekend of the con and I was like, I have this Owen Grady cosplay from Jurassic World that I really like, but what if, by the way, Chris Pratt, you're my
Yeah,
man.
he's a huge Chris Pratt fan. Can you tell?
Yeah, Star-Lord, Owen Grady. But yeah, and I was like, wouldn't it be cool if I had like the Jurassic Park Jeep? And I was like, I think I have cardboard at home. So at 11 at night, I decided I am making a Jurassic Park Jeep. So I started cutting these pieces, duct taping stuff, spray painting. I was in my garage and the door, you can't close it fully or else it locks. And I ended up locking myself in the garage with the fumes. And I realized because I was like,
Yay, cosplay!
I'm feeling woozy. And I realized I could see the paint in the air.
Yes, it's like a smoky layer in
Yeah.
the room.
But that Jurassic, because it was pretty much how it was made. It was the cardboard pieces, and I had pieces of bamboo as like the handles, and it was like a photo booth. So like you had the front seat where I was, and you had the back seat where people could get in for a picture. So it was like a moving photo booth, and people really liked it because it was not just we're gonna take a photo together. It's get in my photo booth, and I was going around like that in my little Jeep, and yeah, it made it like because Owen Grady is not that. Like he's wearing regular clothes kind of deal.
Yeah,
so
he's-
I had my little blue with me, but apart from that, like it's a character that you can just like quickly look and be like, oh, it's just someone wearing clothes. So I was like, with that
I
Jeep.
need the Jurassic
Yeah.
Park Jeep.
Yeah.
Wait, did you write Jurassic World or did you write Jurassic Park?
I wrote Jurassic Park because in the movie he finds a Jeep from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure. I'm pretty sure you got it. Like you're very on point with your memes. And the other one I remember that you did that, well, apart from the Drake one, which I totally remember you walking around, everyone was reposting that after the Mini Montreal Comic Con. Just like it was when the Hotline Bling just came out, and like everyone was like memeing the like nah, and then the like the like dance thing, and everyone was like learning the Hotline Bling dance and doing it. So you chose like the perfect moment to just like do that costume, and you would get like the big faces printed out.
Yeah.
At like Bureau en Gros.
Yeah.
On my way home today, I saw a bright yellow Jeep with a bunch of Jurassic Park stickers, and it was pretty cool. Wait, where do you live? That's so awesome.
There's actually, at one point I was walking home and there was actually like a Jurassic Park Jeep. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, milady.
She didn't break. Yay!
See, it's sturdy. It's quality.
It's pretty sturdy, yeah.
But I didn't punch it either. You guys are making me feel bad now. But I saw like, I turned around, there's just this actual Jurassic Park Jeep that just like was driving on the street. Yeah, because people like have those, and Jeep actually released for Jurassic Park, like for Jurassic World, they released a Jurassic Park limited exclusive Jeep. Which, yeah.
Awesome. Why doesn't my work have one? The heck, Ludia? Hello?
Yeah, Ludia, wake up. Where's the Jeep? Just drive it in the office. Come on now.
No, they could like Uber us
in the
places.
office.
So like need an Uber color car. Okay, I'm done. I'm over it.
I don't think that's how Uber works though. If you own the car,
no.
Is it Uber when you call
Company
it?
car with company driver called Jurassic Park Jeep.
Okay.
It's a business idea, you know?
Yeah, I feel like that would work pretty well. People would be like, yeah, I want to rent the Jurassic Park Jeep for tonight or whatever.
They had cons where they would have like,
Yeah,
if you
the
called
real-
Uber, you had a chance that they would come pick you up in like a special car.
Ooh.
Like for Overwatch, they did that. They had these huge like Overwatch cars that they would come pick you up in, and like it was the character there in cosplay too. It was yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
Cheese love, just like in the car.
There was Tracer, Soldier, and Diva. And Diva was like those T-Rex
You
triple
gotta
wheel
get out
car.
of the way.
Yeah, she's just holding on. Diva, please. GG, and you're like, whoa. Just crashes it. Don't worry, we'll respawn. No.
we won't. No, we won't.
I think Soldier had this like huge truck, maybe like a Hummer or something, but it was like this huge like military looking
Oh my god, that's
truck.
dope.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about it. Gosh, where did they do this? God. Whoa. Okay, moving on.
Pretty sure it was BlizzCon.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Fine,
super cool.
Blizzard. You got me. I'll go to BlizzCon next year if I'm a millionaire. So you did Drake, and then I remember when Leonardo DiCaprio won his Oscar. Mm-hmm.
I was so happy. My boy Leo.
My boy.
Yeah.
My boy.
I have many boys.
Yeah, he has many boys. Chris Pratt, Leo.
I'm a big fan of like, well, I mean, you can't, I can't start saying the whole list, but like, I have some actors that I really look up to for like performance-wise and everything. But it was really great when Leo won his Oscar to like keep on to with your story.
And you had your little Oscar.
Yeah, so I
And you
printed out
your
the face. I wore a tuxedo and I had my Oscar. But it was like a big face, but from people from afar, they would just see like the Leo head going in the crowd, and they would do double takes.
Yeah, people were like yelling at you. They were like, Leo! Leo!
And I had like, it was like, how I do it is I print these big faces on like semi-hard cardboard, and I have those 3D glasses that they give you at the movies. I pop out the lenses, and I put Velcros so that I had the old Leo face and I could switch it out for the young Leo face from Titanic. So like, I'd be like, do you want old Leo or young Leo?
That was a great moment for Leo and the internet.
Yeah.
Very true.
Internet was on point.
But you were so on your memes, and I think that's why you don't know what this means.
Forget about it.
Oh, what this means.
I know what it means. It's my friends that want to create their own superhero movie called Extra Man. It's like an ordinary guy doing extraordinary things. It is.
I bet Beanduck knows all about creating original
It is
projects.
a really good script. I totally think it's gonna go like and win an Oscar for sure.
Well, you know, you should get in contact with Beanduck so they can take over.
I mean, I'm the cameraman. I'm the cameraman, and I was promised 0.0001% of profits, so I'm pretty excited.
If there are any profits, because you know.
Too high. Too high.
I know. I was like, are you guys sure you want to give me that much? But look out, we got to deal with Netflix. Extra Man is coming. Don't worry about it. Ultraman copied us, even though it came out.
You can't tell if he's joking or not.
We'll see. It's all about confidence. You can sell anything if you're confident. Don't quote me on that, but kind of quote me on that.
Being quoted.
If it works, quote me on that. If it doesn't, you heard that from Rosie.
Quote me?
Whatever, yo.
Whatever works, man. But yeah, I trust Carl with all my memes. So every time I want to get some good memes, I'm just like, yo, dude, send me some good shit.
I'm the meme plug. I'm the meme dealer. You want memes? I got them. Fresh, not fresh, funny, not funny, edgy? Who knows?
You just have to tell him what your gauge is, and he'll send you memes. So, yeah, Game of Thrones was a good time.
My phone is already like filled with at least 50, no more than 50 now memes of Game of Thrones, and it's been 3 days.
I'm like, please add me to all the, like, you're up on your Reddit, like, you definitely need to do a new meme cosplay.
I need to, but the thing with meme cosplays is I don't want to force them because, sure, I could be like, I want to do a meme cosplay, and yes, dank memes.
I love me some dank memes.
Yeah. I can't potato. It's a great name. But I love doing cosplay memes, but it's hard with cosplay memes is because it needs to be relevant or else it feels tacky.
Yeah.
So it needs to be a popular meme when the convention is happening. So it's hard to plan. So that's why most cosplay memes I do are kind of cheaply made, but like in the way that.
But they they do so well.
Yeah, because it's not about.
So well.
It's not about the.
Now, if you go to Montreal Comic Con and like you see like a meme king walking away in cosplay, you're like that's
the
Carl.
beginning of my meme career was when Shia LaBeouf Just Do It came out.
Yes.
And I had printed the face of Shia LaBeouf, and I learned the whole speech by heart. And I was just going around Montreal Comic Con just yelling the speech. And people would stop me. At one point I got told by security that I needed to move because I was blocking the way because I had like 80 people recording me. And then I would finish the speech and turn around and there was another crowd of people and be like, can you do it again? I was like, oh. And like, that was years ago. And now I'm meeting people and I tell them about it and they're like, that was you? I could hear you all the way over there.
Literally,
oh, I can't believe it.
like,
You were so like, it was either you were annoying or I loved it. Which, I mean, I can get behind that.
It's like becoming your character to a whole other level. That's what it is though. That's like what being a meme king in cosplay is. It's like having those moments of like everyone being like, shit dude, I remember that. And it transcends time.
Yeah. Like if anyone wants to do cosplay memes, I would say just look into what's recent and what's in and don't overdo it. Do it for fun. Don't do cosplay memes seriously or else you're not doing it. Well, I'm not gonna say you're not doing it right because that's kind of patronizing, but it's just that don't hinder your fun by thinking too much of quality because you're doing a joke. So
Yeah.
play the joke kind of deal.
Play the joke. Know the jokes.
Yeah.
You know? Be the meme.
Have fun. It's cosplay. It has play in the name.
It has play in the name. Hello. Yeah, a lot of people still ask me like, okay, so what is cosplay? And I'm just like, it's costume. So you make the costume or you get the costume and you play the character. Cosplay.
Well, it's like LARP. People are like, what is LARP? I'm like, live action role playing.
Live action role play.
Yeah.
That's it. Simple.
That's.
I mean, I bet the Beanduck team, we at Beanduck do not condone jokes or fun. But do you condone LARPing? I'm so sorry. I need to stop laughing at my jokes that are not jokes. They're not jokes. But I keep saying things that I think people are gonna respond to, and they just look at me like,
What are you saying?
"Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm laughing more."
Is this a call for help?
Maybe.
Rosie, Cosplay Cave was only meant as an intervention. We need to talk.
Yikes.
We waited 9 episodes in, but now the true meaning of the...
Oh, so how is the foam working for you?
The foam is really amazing. It's super easy to work with and doesn't dry too quickly, which is always the problem. So yeah.
Drying too quickly. I was scared that it wouldn't dry fast enough, and I was scared that if I moved it, it would like destroy the shape.
Well, it's definitely, it's gonna take 48 hours to dry, as it says on the top.
48 or 24?
48.
So like...
And so it's definitely something that is malleable for an extremely long period of time, so you have to be pretty delicate with it. Like I bumped the outside that you can't see of this barnacle, and it looks really bad now. That's okay.
You look good from here, though, I gotta say.
But yeah, it's super easy to work with, and
So you would recommend that product?
yes.
So like, can we get that product from Arda?
Arda Beans.
With a
Arda
certain
Beans
code.
is still active. So if you write Arda Bean on Arda Wigs Canada's website, until 6:30 p.m. tomorrow Eastern time, you guys will be able to get $10 off your $50 purchase. So when I bought this, it was like 25 bucks. It's like not expensive at all, and like you could do so much with it. Like
So much.
it's a lot of product.
So you could get
It's a
2
lot.
tubs and then get $10
off, basically.
which is a pretty good deal.
and that's the
because-
biggest tub. So
Yeah, so this is called lightweight, ultra lightweight foam clay.
yeah, and they have it in black, white, and gray, if I'm not mistaken. I got black because I just find black is easier to work with as like a base color, and I'll more likely than not always paint things black as a base anyway. So I got the black one. The outside dries faster than the inside. The inside takes days sometimes. Yeah, like that's what I noticed as well. So I never like transported anything I worked on. So like if you're gonna have to bring it somewhere, I would just be careful with it.
No. These are just tests. I don't care about squishing them later. It's
I was
fine.
gonna be like, do you want to take them with you? Cause
No. Because yeah, it's definitely anytime working with any sort of foam clay, whatever, you definitely don't want to move it for a solid 2 days. Like
Yeah.
I don't do anything to it for
Exactly.
a long time, just to make sure that it's 100% dry. But no, it's going quite well. I'm very happy with this, and the fact that it's going to be super light is really nice.
Yeah.
My only concern is durability, because it's so light. We'll see how rigid the actual final dried piece is. But because like since these are pretty 3D objects, I'm worried if like, you know, am I gonna have to seal them with something like clear glue or something like that to give them a bit more structure, so that if someone bumps into them, a piece of foam's not gonna pop off, kind of thing.
Okay.
You know.
I feel like because it'll dry off, what I heard was it'll dry up feeling like basic EVA foam, like a EVA foam like sheet kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like, and I would still have to seal this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So logically I would feel like I would still have
Probably
to seal
seal
that.
these too.
So yeah.
Yeah.
God, what is going on here? Good.
He's my baby.
Good God.
He's my guy.
Someone
He's my friend.
save us. Someone save us.
But yeah, no, I'm pretty happy because it's so textured that like it gives the feeling of rough paint, and it really catches in the like the pores of the mask kind of deal. Like it.
Oh yeah.
So it really looks like
It
it's
looks
just
real.
like dragged on rather, because I didn't want to look for it to look painted too much.
Looks like an urukai.
It's not, but black orcs were popularized by Lord of the Rings, and I find that they look cooler than green orcs, because yeah, I'm a green orc hater. No, I'm not a green orc hater, but I just feel that like it feels like a more natural skin tone of like a living being. Like if you look at, let's say, buffaloes have like really darker like skin that's leathery, which I find that this portrays well. So if you see like a green orc, it's it's believable because costumes are amazing. But like I feel that this, you would see it turn around in the forest and you'd be like, ugh, what is that?
It looks
Especially at
more
night.
like a creature.
Yeah. What I'm really hoping that this paint job I'm doing right now will do is that at night, the only thing that will pop out will be the face paint, like kind of like a UV effect. like with a backlight. So like you'll just see like a shape turn around, just like the stripes.
So you're saying you're bringing him to a rave, is what you're saying?
Yeah, and then someone that's like not fully there will just think that they're freaking out because they'll see like an orc.
They're like, oh my god, Saruman!
Oh no, what am I doing?
The White Wizard gone mad.
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard, everyone.
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Okay.
Someone needs to remix that right now.
Please.
It has been remixed.
No, I know, but then and then
like,
play it at the rave kind of thing that you're going to with it, like yeah.
It's just like.
That's my entrance song.
It's literally like you and Nick dancing at the Otakuthon rave.
Yeah.
Kita, you should join.
You should.
Yes, I probably should. I hope I'm not working, but we'll see.
Yeah. It's like the only good thing about Otakuthon is that it goes on super late.
Yes, that's true.
So like you can come back whenever, but it is annoying if you have to work like over, especially if there is cute like Lolita tea times and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
It is like common. So like I think you might have just been unlucky with the year.
Yeah, there
I
was
think
even
it
a
might have
Lolita
been.
fashion show last year too. So if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there's a Lolita fashion show. They have like a Lolita cafe.
Oh, nice.
Like,
okay, yeah. I think the year that I went, it was just not a good year, and I was
sucks.
like, no, it was not a. I was not.
We got
It made me sad.
pretty good question from Willie Kill. If you could make any cosplay of your imagination that you want, no limitations, cash, time, crew, what would it be?
Ooh, Kita, start, go, because
God, I'm
you're
gonna need a
usually the
second.
crew, so
Yeah, no.
you're usually the
I'm usually
crew.
making all of it. Oh God, I'm gonna have to think about that because
Okay.
this
hard
honestly has
question.
been the dream for a while.
Really?
So, yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years that I've been thinking about this one. So, what would the dream be? I don't know. You go.
I honestly would. There's many cosplays that would look amazing, but I think like a Captain America made with like all actual material that would like from the, let's say like in the movie.
Screen accurate
Yeah, so
materials.
like the leather, the Kevlar kind of deal, and really for it to look like straight out of the movie.
Okay.
Because I know how to deal with foam, and I know how to deal with like paint, blah blah blah. But sewing or fabric, I don't know how to do. So it's something that I never could do. But that's definitely something that I'd like to do. Or else, Iragamagori from Kill la Kill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you would have said like Soldier 76.
No, Soldier 76.
But like
is-
Captain, like the young soldier, like the
Or maybe his
full
new
jacket.
skin.
His
new skin is amazing. Like
He
soldier.
looks like a lieutenant,
Well, he's like a decorated soldier, so he has like all the medals, and it's like a military uniform. It looks really.
and his gun looks really cool too.
Yeah.
I love weapons. That's my thing. Adamantium shield, real adamantium.
Yes.
Well, yes, obviously
Yes, because
real
I got
adamantium.
it would be real adamantium because I have the plug. Wakanda forever.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my God, yes.
I thought the
Me and
secret was
T'Challa
sealed.
are pretty good friends. He's coming to pick me up after.
Honestly, it's pretty old school. It would have to be Revolutionary Girl Utena.
Okay.
But like, not an identical cosplay to like the anime, right? Because it's super flat. Like I would just get the most beautiful fabrics to make her uniform, and like a real human hair wig that's actually pink. It would be amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I
yes,
would just
pink
like, I would
hair.
honestly do that and then like, you know, pay someone to forge me a sword.
Yeah, exactly. Rosie, I love weapons. Brandon, he's just gonna like clip it and be like, Rosie, never forget.
That's a quote, honestly.
Oh,
That's a
whoa,
quote, but it's also a mood.
Oh, it's stopping at 3 a.m.? Yeah, that seems pretty much average. It's just like we stay in the convention center so late.
Nice, okay. I'll have to stop by this year. It'll be good.
Yeah, if you can.
Convention party.
But yeah, no, I always remember there being like a Lolita something. So that sucks.
Yeah, I think it was just the year that I went, I couldn't find anything. Like there was nothing there was like maybe one sale, like exchange sale space that was nice to see people and like see what people had available. And then the rest I was like, wow, there's nothing going on. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go home.
In my Lolita.
Yeah.
Fun story. One of my friends wants to build a Lolita army. So it's like the Lolita initiative kind of deal.
Oh, I'm down.
It's like the Nick Fury of Lolitas.
Oh my God.
She's like going to these people and she's like, hello.
Shout out Justin. because he knows. But yeah, no, actually, now that I'm saying that, imagine like a Lolita version of Avengers cosplay group.
Oh my god, that would be, dude.
How would
that's
you
like
even
my
do
jam. That's my jam. God.
No, but that
Worlds collide.
it's not like how would you do that. It's one of the things I find the coolest about cosplay is when people do the alternate version like you are, because that's really refreshing, and it's also when it's like full groups, like let's say Viking versions, a Gladiator, there's like the Princesses version and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think a Lolita group of like Avengers could be pretty
Oh my
nice.
god, I would do that in a heartbeat. Like,
How would you do Lolita Avengers?
Well, you do like with accessories and like the type of like the coloring and everything.
Well, yeah, it would be the fabric that you use and the detailing that you put on the dresses. And like there are tons of different types of Lolita dresses and outfits that are not even dresses, right? So there are so many different ways that you could interpret each character and yeah.
We have
I'm starting to
what
like,
she's saying is
Totally
that
just got lost in that thought.
we have the technology.
We have the
We
technology.
have the technology.
We can rebuild them.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Where do you get these lines from? I don't even know.
Okay, my brain is like 95% pop culture reference. I'm sorry.
I totally
If I say something
can
that
relate, but there's sometimes where even you catch me off guard and I'm like, hello.
I love watching movies. Movies like is my favorite hobby to do, like just watching movies, going to the theater. So like if I say something ever and you're like, what does that even mean? It's mostly like
It's probably
a reference to something.
I've gotten that. But I always make sure to, oh my gosh, okay, I don't know if you guys like see the people walking by, but I didn't realize that we were on ground level. Well, no shit, the door's right there. Hi, my name is Rosie.
Episode 9, everyone. Episode 9.
I never realized those windows led out to that. The more you know, guys. Man, it was like how long it took me to
we
memorize
could do like
RWD
MTV.
code.
We could do like MTV. People could come with signs and be like,
Oh my god, they
hey there, cosplay
kids.
kids.
We've got a live audience outside.
Yeah, we're gonna ask you a question. You
Let's
just
open the top
put the
window.
mic on the window. We can't hear you.
Great.
I'm just trying to picture it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, would totally be one of those people outside.
Just,
so like when you guys
you
have
put the
full
microphone,
party,
someone's just like, please have me on cosplay. Oh geez, close the window.
okay,
Close the
we're
window.
gonna come around when they're streaming full party on Mondays.
I'm
and
gonna
we'll
come
just
around
start
with my.
banging on the glass, being like,
I'm gonna come with this mask on, and I'm just gonna stand in the window, just like.
and we'll watch the stream on our phone and try to like interrupt them right at the right moment in their story and on their quests. It's like, it's like real life.
Yeah,
you know?
it's gonna be a real life Twitch
That
raid.
really what your real life is like? That's not my real life. I don't know about you, Rosie, but oh my
It's
god.
like this is not okay. No, I don't want to ruin your wonderful streams. But you know what stream I do?
Want to ruin?
Where is it going?
Is that where you're going? Rosie?
No, before we started Cosplay Cave's episode today, I was telling Julian, so he had John on yesterday on his show, Friend Request. So they play video games together, and John is from other show on this day. The stream wars began, actually. So John is actually on Full Party, and he was on Julian's stream yesterday as well. And I was like, hey, Julian, I want to play video games with you. You're my friend. Why don't you friend request me? I want to play video games with you. And he was like, are you gonna screech? And I was like, Julian, that's the allure. Is that what I said? I was like, that's the allure. But in all honesty, it is very difficult for me to play video games and not just have like outbursts of
On Discord, she's like
Emoting.
nearly muted, volume-wise for me, because I'm like, no, I'm not doing this.
yeah.
I care about my ears.
I'm sorry.
But
So maybe I will not ruin the stream. I told him like it'll be like the challenge. So every time I screech or scream, I have to do something or like a challenge, push-ups. I'll have to do like push-ups every time I scream if I go on friend request. So I have to be or like something.
Yeah, burpees.
Take a shot, burpees, All three.
Or else everything will go well until the Cosplay Cave Nation attacked. I'm just saying.
And then we'll get
We're standing behind Rosie.
Cosplay Cave stream, stand behind me. Also, guys, I will mention, we have super cute emotes. Don't you find? Beanduck's channel just has adorable, cute little ducky
Do
emotes.
they?
Is it a platypus? Is it a duck?
I think it's
It's a platypus?
I
It's a
would
platypus.
love. I mean, that's literally what
Yes,
it's there.
yes.
But
Why isn't it bean platypus?
well, how can I use those emotes? How can I
Well,
like
if
spam
you
those
want
emotes in
access
chat?
to these cute, adorable emotes, you can subscribe to Beanduck's channel.
You
and then
can?
you will have them. Yes, did you also know?
But wait, what if I don't have money though?
Well, did you know that people can gift subs to you if you have Amazon Prime? So
Really?
you should give your friends and your own subscription, your free subscription from Twitch Prime, to Beanduck Studios. And then you'll have access to our lovely, cute little emotes that you can use on all of our shows throughout the week. I mostly like the angry duck face.
Yeah, that's a good duck face. Angry. Angry.
How you relating to an angry emote? I would have never guessed.
Tell me more. But yeah,
Was
a
it
little
love at
support
first
goes a
sight?
long way, and Twitch Prime already gives its followers the chance to subscribe for free to any channel of their choice. And we have 4 amazing shows on this channel, so like, why the heck not? And super cute emotes. And great people on our shows. And we're a lot of fun.
I heard this guy.
Yeah, super fun.
This guy, Larp Legion's pretty good guy. Like I heard he's on the
Yes,
show.
you can also go subscribe to Larp Legion's YouTube channel. Yes.
It's a pretty new channel, but content has been uploaded. And if you're new to LARPing or old to LARPing, I'm posting like some pretty great videos about tips and tricks to get into it, so that if you really want to try it, but you want to really make sure that you feel comfortable, go watch those. It's YouTube and LARP space Legion.
My hair is stuck in your dude's beard. My hair just like sheds everywhere and it has a bad knack. Like if I'm gluing something, let's say, like it'll get in the hot glue and stuff, and it's just like I have to have my hair tied. I'm just a total mess. Yeah. As you sew your wefts on.
Literal cat.
Same. You're just like,
Yeah, no, not down. Never down. It gets in the way.
I am really loving this, not gonna lie.
is the mohawk like spray painted color?
It's got like a light touch of gray on it, yeah. Which I might do like try to replicate on the beard, because like the mohawk came with the mask, but the beard was put after by Artisan Azure as like a custom order, and it's like it's funny because you can
It's like solid.
so you
Can
can
you bend it? Is there foldy?
you can kind of bend it. But yeah, because it's like there's like lines of
Is there like wiring
glue
in
or
it?
something. It's like wiring glue kind of deal.
It looks like wiring. It looks like boning.
Yeah, it's like boning.
Beard boning.
Yeah.
For all of your beard contouring needs.
The name that's the name of
Kita,
my
have you heard of this? Like, is this a
Beard
thing?
boning?
beard
No,
boning is the
I've
name of my
never heard
rock
of-
band.
Oh my god, yes.
Not a lot of people come to our shows.
My God. You heard it here first. That Cosplay Cave. Please subscribe for original content.
Please
Always
subscribe if you
original.
want to hear the first single from Beard Boning.
I'm never gonna be able to unhear that, guys.
Okay, but if you look really closely, it's definitely in there.
Yeah.
And it has like a line at the top holding all the hair together.
Yeah, so that's like the collar, if you will.
And then it's like there. Okay.
Yeah, because it's meant to be sturdy, so that because you don't want the beard to break apart. Because I'm gonna be wearing this nearly 24.
You're right.
30.
It'll just peel off if not.
Yeah. So
Yay! I
can't potato.
for gifting a sub.
not only do you like dank memes, but you like Quality's Twitch channel.
And welcome, Monkani.
Yeah, and a second to MBT0.
601.
Wow, you can't even let me say the numbers.
No, I was gonna cut you off because I said it faster.
And I know that. They're
I also have a lot of
they're a
trouble
fellow
reading.
LARPer from the LARP Amino. If you want to learn more about LARP, there's a nice little app called Amino with a LARP community on it. If you want to chat about LARP and everything. What's the name of the first beard
Beard single. Ooh, guys.
Oh, that's important. That's an important question.
Family friendly channel.
No, but what the way I see the logo. No, but the way I see the logo is like those caveman haircut with the bone in it, but instead it's a bone in the beard.
Oh my gosh, hilarious.
Oh my god, like, wait, there's a cartoon with that in it though.
Flintstones?
Flintstone, but it's
No, but there's another cartoon that I've seen with a bone with it. Think Liz also
Well,
knows
see,
what I'm talking
you
about,
guys,
and none of us can
I don't know what you guys were talking about with like your stuff, but me it was just like a bone in the beard.
Of course, that's
Family
exactly what it was.
on
The bone directly in the actual facial hair.
I would say
Yeah.
that the first single would be Here I Am. Rock you like a hurricane.
Guys, they don't stop. Just keep coming.
Keep going.
Oh my god.
No, or else you will all look at me and say, I must ask you to stop. I couldn't even stop. I was halfway through it. I couldn't even say it.
Monkani, welcome to the channel.
Yeah.
And puns abound. Oh my god.
If you can't get me started with puns, I'm sorry, everyone. It's like
it's actually true. Just don't.
Why
did we do this?
If I would be a superhero, that'd be my talent, and I wouldn't be part of the Avengers for
He
sure.
would defeat the world's worst enemies.
I would make Thanos snap twice, is what I'm saying, because you would want to make sure that I disappeared.
He's like, no.
You're like,
And we're like, Thanos, but if you snap twice, that means you'll die too. He's like, I don't care.
not necessarily. It would erase half of the half that's left.
Oh.
So then you might have to snap.
Yeah.
Like I would be the last one.
Wait.
It would end up with me and Thanos and be like, have one last snap. I might disappear or you might disappear, but I can't do the puns anymore. Like. I was like, well, what do you mean? You can't do the puns anymore? Are you angry?
50% of the 50 of the 50
Yeah.
of the 50.
So then I just look at Thanos and be like, what do you mean you can't do the puns anymore? What are you like? Are you gonna snap out of it? And he'd just be like, and then Thanos would be gone. I am how Infinity War will end. Endgame will end. It'll be because of me.
Infinity War.
Mark my words. I am at the end of Endgame.
Oh my god.
They don't know it yet, but I got into the production room and I added myself in post.
I regret
it's really
my
terrible.
premiere tickets. I regret it.
I was wearing a green shirt, so like half my arms are gone. Like
He has no legs. It's gonna be great. Oh God.
that's how my acting career starts and how my prison career starts as well, because I'm gonna get arrested.
Oh good God. Oh good God.
But yeah,
Did
thank
you twirl that in there?
Yeah, I did. I braided the braid into the braid.
Very Viking hairstyle kind of thing to do. The Russo brothers have been asking people not to spoil Endgame. Gosh.
Because they've been trying to warn you against me. I am the real
We
threat.
knew too much.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Oh my God.
I'm the brother now. I'm the evil Russo brother.
What have we created, guys? What have we
Oh
done?
god, what have we done?
Kita's like, what did I get into?
I'm just gonna go.
I'm gone, guys. Goodbye.
Just
Au revoir.
make sure to listen, because during Endgame I heard there's actually a musical score written by Beardbone. Beardbone.
Beard bony.
They have a song in the movie.
Oh, do they?
It's pretty great.
Wow,
so
you're just all over it.
yeah, I also added that in. It's like
You cannot
over like
stack the
it's
beat.
played over a really important part of like dialogue, like a really emotional scene. It's just like my music blasting over. I deleted the other track. I was just like, we don't need that.
If Artisan d'Azur can like tell us what they put in this beard.
Yeah, I'm definitely really curious because
Right?
is it pieces of beard that have been sewn together?
No, it's like a plastic
It's like a plastic
piece.
Yeah.
But you
Hold
see
up,
what I mean?
Show her the head.
Yeah.
I'm in.
You see it better with like the lip.
Honestly, I think it's actually like a.
Look at the top part too. It's
No,
like
they're heat fused together. They're like pieces that have been heat fused
Yeah,
together.
it's like a glue e
Yeah,
fuse.
it's like
That's
glue.
why I was saying
It's
glue.
like a glue heat fuse that's done this with the fibers. It's like strips of it that's like together.
E-Fuse is
Oh my
the name of
gosh,
my
yeah.
techno band, by the way.
good God.
Never ending.
They're opening for beat boning. That's what I'm saying. A techno band is opening for a rock band.
Hey man, whatever goes these days, you know what I mean?
Kids are into it, I heard.
Kids. Who needs them?
Whoa! Whoa there. Family friendly means kids friendly.
I'm just kidding.
Why does everyone take me seriously? Come on, guys. You've been here for a while. I know how to defeat Thanos. It will take a lot of focus, so let's...
Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. That's how it's gonna go.
What have you done, Beanduck? What have you done? I love when our channel is active in chat.
Well, I mean, you say that, but all you've been saying is like, why? What have we done?
Yeah, I know, because once you get unleashed, I know it's never gonna stop. And poor Kita was like, I can't take it anymore. What did I sign up to? I'm never coming back here.
Is that really an impression of her? That's kind of insulting. What am I doing here?
No, that's actually what I sound like. Yeah.
I'm like, why am I?
She's been doing a voice the whole time.
That's
like-
definitely me. Yeah, this is actually my voice. Yeah, definitely.
There's actually an actress with the microphone
Over
behind
there,
the camera, and she's been doing voiceover, and she actually hasn't said a word. She's just like mouthing. It's like live lip syncing.
Liz, I told Liz I love her voice. So maybe I'll have a beginning of an episode where I will just like mouth something and Liz will talk for me. I like that idea. So it'll be like a dub, like a bad dub.
I prefer subs.
Oof. So how many more braids are you gonna do in that? Is it gonna be like a big, like?
I just want the whole thing to be covered in like French braids and kind of like twisted intertwining braids. So first, it's just going to be like figuring out where I'm going to put the wefts, because part of this wig is a really cheap aerial wig where the base of it is super frizzy to give it volume. So it's kind of hard to sometimes separate out where the different pieces are, but it's not that bad. Like I've got it here, so I'm just gonna take small pieces and just fit it in where I can to try and make it look a little less just one color red.
Yeah.
And then we'll see how the braiding goes.
You could try adding a speaker to it. That would really give it volume.
Did you say a speaker?
Yes, it would. It would. It would indeed. That's exactly what.
Like a speaker.
Yes, like an
Because
actual
it would
speaker,
add
because
volume.
it would add volume, the volume of sound.
Rosie,
dear.
like, come on now.
I'm sorry. Oh man, knife tattoo. Ballin'. It's your tattoo on your arm.
Oh, it's a set. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice the one on the other arm. I noticed this one.
They're daggers.
So cool.
They
You
were
like have this
done-
whole aesthetic going on.
Yeah. These were done by MP at Studios Soundside 116 in Sherbrooke. And she's incredible, so if y'all need tattoos that look dope like this, you should go see her.
I love the style.
Thanks.
I like people who like get their tattoos and like all their tattoos like kind of like aesthetically look similar and like piece together really well.
See, that's the
Yeah.
reason why I'm not tatted already. Because
'Cause you
I
wanna
want to
think
have like,
about it.
I want to like do a cool design of like sleeve kind of deal, like. But I'm really like, I got some things in the grinder that are like looking more like a design, but I'm still like, it's troublesome
it
to
together.
choose. Yeah.
Kita, how did you choose like how you did your sleeve and like what you put where?
This is all the tattoos, that I have taken me. How old am I now? A solid 10 years to get. So I decided a long time ago that I only ever wanted tattoos on my arms, and I only ever wanted them to be black and white. And that was basically what drove my aesthetic. And now it's really just getting pieces that I like. So
Dope.
because for me, like the tattoos that I get are it's like buying a piece of artwork from
Yeah.
the artist. So yeah,
That's a good way to see it, actually.
yeah. So you know, some things are motivated by like, oh, I actually really wanted these daggers specifically from my friend MP, and then, you know, I was just trying to find the time to get them. And other things like I have an eye in a cloud that's up here, and that was just a flash piece. That was just somebody posted it, and I was like, well, that's dope, and I wanted it.
That's so cool.
So yeah.
Oh my gosh, we already only have 5 minutes left.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Oh man. Like, I love how Kita brought like 70 things to do.
Yep.
She's just been having a blast the entire time.
always gonna make stuff, can't ever stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
But like, just the wig is gonna be such a work.
Yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, I do not have an Instagram channel that is public, and or whatever.
An Instagram channel.
Page. But there are channels on Instagram now. Instagram
That
TV.
is true.
But
See,
I don't
she
have
does
any of those.
know.
I don't have any of those things. But if anybody did want to commission a costume or a piece or an accessory, all of these things I do make. I have my own atelier and all that stuff. So you can definitely find me on Facebook, Kita, Kita, and then you can very easily see my face. It is my profile picture.
Did you guys link it in our description, or is it on Instagram? It's on everything.
Yeah, so it's, you can
Thank
find my
you.
name and all that stuff. So yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I know. I tried looking you up on Instagram, and I was like, I can't find her. Kita, please make me hella.
Yeah.
You actually
Please make me hella, oh my, yeah, for sure, B.
Hella what? Hella cool? Hella nice?
Yeah.
She's already hella cool.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Happy birthday! And happy birthday!
Birthday,
Everyone,
birthday,
spam a bunch of birthday cakes in the chat, and octopuses, and hearts, and cat emojis. And if you've subscribed to Beanduck's channel, spam our emotes. Duh! And if you haven't, actually, I should go sub to us.
So what we should say also is thank you to all who subbed. That's really nice
thank
of
you guys, and thank you for the people who are interacting in chat. We love hearing from you guys.
Oops.
And the people who just came in this week, hello, welcome. We hope you come back next week too, because we just always have fun on Cosplay Cave.
Yeah, thank you to all who answered my call to arms. Thank you, Legion.
All of the LARP Legioners.
Yeah, I said hell.
Is that what you call them? What do you call
they're my
people?
they're my Legion. So I said I hailed my Legion and did a call to arm.
Oh, okay.
So here they are. A lot of them were in the chat, so that's always nice to see people being supportive.
I asked my dad, so he's probably watching right now, but didn't really feel like chatting.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
Dad, if you're there, say hi.
Oh, he's probably not gonna do that though. That's okay.
Aw.
We love him.
He's like doing something else. He's just
Yeah,
like,
he's probably like working on his computer or something.
That's the best part about Twitch is you can just like have it on. You can have us on annoying you and making weird puns and crafting and talking and laughing in the background while you're doing anything else, and that's the point.
I need to buy this comb, by the way. Thank you, Arda, for this really awesome comb. This is making my life quite a bit easier.
Yeah, so like most of our materials here are sponsored by Arda Wigs Canada. So I bought the foam clay because I just thought like I would bring it so that we can actually like learn to use it. How do you say it? Wiredness?
Weirdness.
Weirdness?
Because it's like a worm, so it'd be weirdness.
Weirdness? I think it's weirdness.
Wordness.
Well, thank you for the
Wordness.
bits.
I'd say wordness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Choo.
You are the.
I wish we had little like sound emotes. Like,
Yeah, can we do like
yeah,
a?
Oh God, no.
Thank you for the bit.
Oh my God. Please no.
It's just like, it's like a panic button under the
we
table.
do like a hail, or I get like a horn of gun, or I'm like, ooh.
That I will accept.
Okay, cool. I'm getting your horn. Yes. Kondo calls for aid.
Oh my God.
Beanduck calls for aid.
Will you answer?
Yes. I would keep
The
that.
beacons are lit. Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh Okay. But yeah, no, it's cool that your Legion came by, and it's awesome that you do commissions too. Like, I love meeting people who do so. Like, if there is something I can't build, I do like to support other people to like get them to make me stuff, because sometimes I'm not the best at everything. There's some things I'm good at, and for a lot of cosplayers, probably the same thing. You're good at, let's say, sewing, not so much props or vice versa. And there's so many people in the community now who commission and can help you guys out. So
yeah, like support your local artists for real. Because like not only like sure it might be a bit more expensive, but it makes you unique because it's a unique piece. It's a piece of art, and also like you support someone who's doing their dream job. I would guess if you're doing this.
Definitely.
So
and like we always love to create for people because it makes you happy, which means it makes us happy because we get to build something really beautiful and something that fits perfectly on you, and then you get to go out and be the best character that you want to be, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't feel like you're missing a thing or if it didn't get done in time or whatever, except when you're me and you're making it all by yourself.
Hey man, to each their own in their own time.
Yeah.
It'll come out perfect.
It'll be good.
Okay, so again, thank you to Arta Wigs Canada, and remember to go on their website and use our code ARTABEAN for $10 off the $50 purchase. Again, it'll only be active until 6:30 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, so take advantage of it while you can. We don't know if it'll be back next week. We keep getting graced by Arta Wigs Canada, and they keep activating it for us. So thank you so much for that. Maybe I'll buy more foam clay, or maybe I'll get a wig. I need to plan new cosplays. I need to make my cosplays. I have so much planned in my head. Nothing I'm getting done. But hey man, I'm not stressed. Cosplay is my hobby, so I'm okay with that. And that's what's okay. You make everything in your time the way you want it. And if it doesn't get done, it's not a stressful thing.
it's fine. It's okay. It's all good.
If it's your job though, you better hustle.
If it's your job, get back to it.
She's like, yeah. Ooh. That's when I just commission. I'm like, I'm tired of making this. I can't do it. But yeah, you got a lot of this done too. God damn.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done with my design, honestly. I need to retouch a couple things. Like it's not lining up perfectly. Like one side goes down a bit further, but I don't care that much. I might just leave it.
It can't be perfect.
As it. But again, it's an orc, so like, I might just leave it as is.
It's already dry.
Yeah, well, that's the nice thing about. Well, it's not fully dry brushing that I'm doing, but it's like, yeah.
You'll be fine. Your beard has boning. Okay, so last thank you. Thank you so much, Kita, for having come with us and brought all your stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So cool. Her display was just like,
I was hoping to actually get to that today, but then it didn't work out. So
hey man, it happens. We're actually the cosplay cave. We just like steer into conversation and you just try to keep it up with everything. So again, go to Kita's Facebook page if you guys want to get commissions from her, see the things that she's working on. And Carl, your channel,
Larp Legion on YouTube, Larp Legion on Instagram in one word, and on Facebook is Larp Legion in 2 words. I post content on all those platforms, so if you want to have cool LARP stuff to look at, come along and join the Legion.
And if you guys haven't watched the miniseries LARPs by our lovely team, Beanduck,
do it. It's amazing.
Do it. On that note, so that you guys get pumped and you guys can join LARP Legion for some amazing LARP adventures after watching the LARP series by Beanduck, because their team is awesome.
Mm-hmm. I've watched it.
And then you'll recognize people from the team when they're in your other streams. So just to support Beanduck, if you guys haven't followed us already, or if you guys haven't subbed, please do so to our channel, because we have so many other shows. So on Mondays, we have Full Party at 7 p.m. where our lovely team plays Exalted. And then on Tuesday, we have Friend Request with the lovely Julian at 6 p.m. where he plays video games with his lovely friends that he's requested to be there. Maybe. And then Depth of Field the same night on Tuesday at 9 p.m. with Eric Cohen, correct? Awesome. So thank you so much to our new followers and our new subscribers. We'll see you guys next week on Cosplay Cave. And if not, we'll see you on Monday for Exalted stream. Full Party. Exalted. Okay, see you guys. Bye.
Bye.